Okay. I do not actually speak in a southern accent. The nickel book, or Outsmarted. I took the long way home. I walked down the winding asphalt road where cars dare not enter. There were no houses or stores or even gas stations along the road. All there was dull grass and the occasional dead tree whose gnarled branches reached out at you, as if grasping for the slightest trace of life. I looked out into the horizon and saw a dumpy, sagging house replacing the usual nothingness. Its white vinyl siding yellowed with age, making it match its surroundings perfectly. It was the kind of thing that happened in books, you know? The cheesy ones you buy for a nickel at library sales. The ones with a happy ending. I thought I might be in a nickel book too, so I went in. The broken-down screen door swung open, and I went into a hot, arid living room with a buzzing TV in the corner. I could make out a faint image of the newscaster, but all I heard was Hello? Hello? I screamed as I sat down my back brake and load next to the TV. I had a strange feeling the house had been this way for a long time. There was a short, sagging, lumpy chair in front of the TV. I sat down, but got back up as soon as I found the fabric was rough and scratchy. The carpet was a horrid combination of orange, pink, and brown. Stains were all over it, and the filthy windows stopped the glare of the hot Georgia sun, but not the heat. I walked up the low creaking steps and expected the worst. There I saw an old woman in a rocking chair. She had white horn-rimmed glasses and dark brown skin that looked as if she'd spent her whole life baking in the sun. I was knitting a scarf the same color as her carpet. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I can explain. Well, child, I know why you came here, she said in a sweet, scratchy voice, not looking up from her knitting. I heard the door slam, but took no notice, for I was deeply distracted by three brightly colored doors behind her. They looked like the bright, sparkling ones you see on those little game shows, and appeared as if out of nowhere. She must have taken notice of me staring at them, and soon said, Well, honey, I bet you want to know what's behind them doors. Well, I'll tell you. In that there red door, there's a mob of people with knives. In the green door, there's another mob of people because they got guns. And the gold door, there's a lion that ain't eaten in 100 years. I guess I'll pick the gold door, because the lion's been dead a long while now, I said, seeing that I had outsmarted her. There ain't nobody stopping you. Go ahead, sugar. I swung open the gold door and braced myself for serious gore. I was surprised to find a big empty room that was cool and lightless. It smelled of detergent. I was so clean it sparkled. I went toward the door to find that it had vanished. There were no windows and no vents. I started to panic. I had a sense of pure and urgent helplessness that I'd never felt before. I shrieked and hollered and banged on all the walls. I felt pure hatred for the old woman. She tricked me, and I knew this place was creepy from the start. I hated the room, and I hated something else. Something else I dare not admit. Something else that made me sob at the thought of it. I realized it wasn't the old lady's fault. It was mine. I hated myself. I was the only reason I'd stepped into the house. I was the only one who'd given myself my last failure. I had been outsmarted. And if you're reading this in a nickel book you got from the library, know this. You do not want to be in a nickel book. They don't always have happy endings.